All right, so we've already talked about standard form. The other form we're going to look at now is slope-intercept form, which is y equals mx plus b, where m is representing the slope of the line, and b is representing the y-intercept, where you're crossing the y-axis. All right, the first example we're going to look at, we're actually going to write in standard form. That was the first form, ax plus by equals c. Write in standard form an equation of the line with a slope of -1/2 through 8, -1. If we're given slope, we can't go straight to standard form. So we have enough information here in this problem to go to slope-intercept form. And then we'll change it to standard form. Alright, so you need two pieces of information for slope-intercept form. What are they? Slope and y-intercept. You need m and b. They give you half of the answer right here. They tell you the slope is -1/2. So we know y equals -1/2 of x plus b. Alright, everybody understands that stuff. From there, to get b, you just take the point they give you that the line is passing through. What coordinate is this representing?
X.
X, and what's this one represent?
Y.
Y. So just plug 8 in for X and -1 in for Y. But don't put -1 in for B. B is the Y-intercept. Okay? 8 goes in for X and -1 goes in for Y. We're trying to solve for B. So what's -1/2 times 8? -4. And then I add 4 to both sides to get B to be 3. So if I ask you to write the equation of the line in slope-intercept form, here would be your answer. Y equals -1/2 of x plus 3. But the question asks for standard form. All right, so to convert to standard form, you have to get x and y on the same side. Remember, standard form is ax plus by equals c. So I'm going to add 1/2 x to get 1/2 of x plus y equals 3. So there were two rules we had. A has to be positive, which it is, and there can't be any fractions. So to get rid of the fractions, I just multiply everything by the least common denominator, which is 2. 2 times 1/2 is 1x. 2 times y is 2y equals 6. So here's your answer in standard form. Here's your answer in slope-intercept form. Is everybody okay going from standard to slope-intercept? Write the equation in slope-intercept form of a line passing through 2 points. So we want y equals mx plus b. Write the equation in slope-intercept form of a line passing through 2 points. Remember what we just said. You need two pieces of information. You need slope, you need y-intercept. The last problem, they at least gave us the slope. So there wasn't much to do there. In this problem, they don't give us either. But we have a formula to find the slope, which is what? What's the formula to find slope?
Y2
minus
minus
y1
over x.
It is rise over run, but the formula is
Y2 minus y1 over x2 minus
y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So I do y2, which is -1, minus 5, which is -6. And 4 minus 1 is 3. -6 over 3 is -2. So there's your slope. You've got half the answer already. You've got m, now you got to find b just like we did in the previous problem. So we know that y equals -2x plus b, and you can choose either one of these 2 points. It doesn't matter which one. You get the same answer. I chose 1, 5 to plug in for x and y, just to find b. So the 1 goes in for x, 5 goes in for y. You get -2 plus b, add 2, b is 7. Here's your final answer. Y equals -2x plus 7. All right, here, find the slope of the line. The original problem is the first thing up there, which is in standard form. 4x plus 3y equals 7. In order to find the slope here, you need to put in slope-intercept form, which is y equals mx plus b. So we are going from, in this case, we're going from standard to slope-intercept. All right, so we have to get y by itself. To do that, you subtract 4x from both sides. So I write it as 3y equals negative 4x plus 7. If you want to write 7 minus 4x, that's fine with me, but slope-intercept form puts the mx first, so that's why we do that. And then just divide by 3. So here is slope-intercept. Here's the equation of the line in slope-intercept form. So which one's your slope? Negative 4/3. Okay. What's your y-intercept?
7/3.
7/3. All right. For graphing purposes, you would leave this as a fraction. You would probably want to change this to a decimal for graphing purposes, but not right here. You don't have to. All right. So what would that be as a decimal? 2.3 repeating. 2 1/3. So that's easier to graph if it's in decimal form than fraction form. All right, but you need this in fraction form because you need a rise and a run. If you had a whole number as your slope, what do you put under it to have a rise and a run?
1.
1. So if we had a slope of 3, you would put a 1 under it. All right. Write this down. We know that horizontal lines have a slope of 0. We know that vertical lines have an undefined slope. Because if you were to use your slope formula for a vertical line, where would you get 0?
Wait.
Why?
Can you repeat it?
No. Where would you get 0? If you had a vertical line and you're using your slope formula, where in that formula would you get a result of 0?
X axis.
What is the formula for slope?
Y goes
Slope.
in next. Oh, y2 minus y1.
y2 minus y1 over
X2
x2 minus x1. So what part of that formula would give me a result of 0 to get an undefined slope?
X.
Yes, x2 minus x1, because you can't have 0 in the denominator. You cannot divide a number by 0. Okay? Then it comes out to be undefined. So that's why the slope of a vertical line is undefined. We know that slopes of parallel lines are the same. This right here is the symbol for parallel. If you don't remember, parallel lines have the same slope. This is the symbol for what? Perpendicular. We know perpendicular lines have negative reciprocal slopes. So you gotta change the sign and flip it. Let's look at one more. All right, write the equation of a line perpendicular to y equals 3/4 x plus 2, and your new line is passing through the point 6,1. All right, so we're looking for a line that's passing through 6,1 and is perpendicular to y equals 3/4 x plus 2. So the slope of my original line is what?
3/4.
3/4. So what's the slope of your new line? If you want to be perpendicular, negative 4/3. You with me? So what would the slope be if I said they were parallel?
Same
For that one?
Same
Yeah,
thing.
4/3.
No, for this one.
Three
If
fourths.
you were parallel to this one, it would be what?
3/4.
3/4. But they're not. They're perpendicular, so you take the negative reciprocal, and then you find B the same way we've done in the previous examples. Use the point they give you that is passing through, plug 6 in for x, 1 in for y, you should get 1 equals -8 plus b, because you get -24/3, which is -8, so b should be 9. So all you do is plug that back in right here. Your final answer is y equals -4/3 x plus 9.